Yo, I think we're live right now. I'm just gonna be setting everything up, but I figured why not already go live to make sure that people can tune in. Um, well, I'll set everything up. Think I just need this. Mm, this, I think. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, sounds good. So I'll just wait for a few people to join in or until I have everything set up. Um, okay. It's looking a little bit weird, but it's fine, I guess. Um, let's see. All I really need here is I want a chat here. That would be good. And then it's fine here. Okay. Let me just drag some stuff here. Okay. I don't think I need the rest, so I'll just close it to make sure the stream isn't too slow, and then close this. Okay, I think this should be good. All right, I just made myself some tea and some smoothie and some breakfast because I haven't eaten yet, but I'm a little bit on the ill side, like I'm a little bit sick, so yeah, nothing too bad, but just a little bit of a flu. So I just made myself sort of get well fast package. Yeah, how are you doing, Byron? How you want me to call you? Byron, I think. Is that good? Welcome. Um, so yeah, we literally just received the funded account. I signed the contract a little bit earlier. Close enough. All right. As long as we're close, it's good. Um, yeah, we just signed the contract. We just received it. It's on the 22nd, so today. It's just a fresh account, so I'm gonna be trading on that if we see a nice opportunity. Let me just uh, log into the account. Okay, so I need to get the information on my other screen. Okay. Yeah. All right. One sec. But how have you been? Sending wishes and health, happiness for to your new arrival. Overjoyed for you. Congratulations on the. Thank you. Yeah, we're really happy with her. It's been amazing. It's been more impactful than I thought it would be, but it's definitely people call it a blessing, and and that's definitely true. Like it is amazing. Like it's a little miracle, It's crazy how we're able to, produce another human being. It's just so weird. Um, okay. Do you have kids, or are you like, I don't know what your age is, of course.
Incoming mail.
Okay, I think that's good to bring back again. Oh, nice. You'll get married next year. So you did found the person you want to be with, basically, right? That's good. Okay, so now we have the fresh account here. The login ID and everything matches just for, you know, transparency reasons, whatever. Amazing. Happy for you. Have you already like proposed, or is she still in the blue? Like she doesn't know you will ask her. This screen is so much smaller, like I'm not used to trading on such a small screen. Still in the blue. Nice. So it will be a nice surprise. How long have you been together? 10 years. Oh, damn. It's amazing. A long time. Me and my girlfriend have been together for 6 years now. It's also a solid amount, I think, where you just know what you can expect from each other and stuff, you know? Alright. Alright. Have you been trading? Like, have you been in any trades or looking for any trades? In gold sells. Alright. Gold has, I don't know how it's been lately, but it's been like booming, right? Like the last few, like the last period, you know? It looks good for shorts now, just on this quick glance. It does, yeah, it does need to break through here, but if it breaks through here, then yeah, it would be nice. It's really slowing down. Nice retouch of tests of the EMA on the 4 hour, which is really strong. Doji-ish candlestick. Yeah, I like it. It's a nice, looking good. Are you like in a low time frame or bigger time frame, or like how's your trade looking? Oh, it's been already like, I haven't been aware of gold, but it's already dropped quite a bit the last few weeks. Not the last few weeks, but the weeks before. It makes sense for the month to be a little bit more bearish, or at least like test the lows. So yeah, I would be interested in shorts as well. But yeah, you're on the lower time frame. But from like the bigger perspective, like the bigger time frames, I think it makes sense. The shorts. Is your stop loss above the 4 hour candle, or is it under? Is it like let's see, you entered at 4759. So you entered here. It's a nice entry above the 4 hour candle. Okay, yeah, I think that's a good trade. Should be profitable if you do this 100 times. I think so. Nice, well found. I think like new entries are also possible right now, but yeah, it's just of this basically this 30-minute candle. But yeah, it's a little bit more risky because it hasn't broken through. I think that probably the highest win rate trade is just wait for him to break through and then retest, you know, and then enter here. But yeah, I've never traded gold, so I don't think I'll start today. But yeah, I like the setup. Nice. Well found. Do you always trade gold, or is it just one of the things that you trade? I think like there are so many people that just stick to gold, I feel like. All right, understand. How long have you been trading again? I don't know if I ask you. My memory isn't the best. Like I'm very well, like I'm listening in the moment and stuff, and I am interested in all that stuff, but I just, you know, I speak to quite a few people and I don't know, my memory is just bad, so excuse me if I already asked. Okay, so a little over 2 years now. Nice. So it's fair to say that you like it, yeah? Because if you've already been trading 2 years, I think there's a pretty likelihood of you, you know, sticking to it, basically. You haven't stopped, you know, within a short period. Yeah, it's 80% psychological, bro. It's just, where do you struggle? Like, what's the thing that's, you know, where do you struggle with most? Oh, I like this. There's no news, by the way, today, right? No high impact news. No. It's a little low RR for my liking. It's a little bit choppy. Probably shouldn't. I just really like these sort of candlesticks. They often get filled. But I don't think yeah, it's a little bit too risky for too low risk to rewards, I think. I do like it though. But yeah, let me know what you struggle with most. I don't know if you heard me. Maybe still typing or thinking about it. I don't know, but let me know. I like the look of it, but mm, shift on the 5 minute. Well, actually, no, we're still bullish. Yeah, we're still bullish, but it did fail to break the high. Hmm. Execution and RR. Okay, can you give me an example? Like, is it greed? Like, things that pop into my head is like greed or fear or like that sort of stuff. You know, like what sort of the reason you think that your like your execution is lacking a little bit, and RR just comes to mind with greed. Like I also struggle a little bit with it, where I always think, oh, I can have a little bit more RR here by tightening my stop loss a little bit, or you know, or going for maybe a little bit bigger TP. I often have it with wanting to pass accounts, or yeah, pass accounts basically in like that same trade. So I have like my TP where it doesn't really completely make sense sometimes, or a little bit tighter stop loss to, you know, have a little bit more RR to pass accounts faster. So I do have that issue, but let me know what you, yeah, what you struggle with. The third trade because of fear. You see the third trade going in my favor, I would enter trade, so my stop loss would. Alright, I feel ya. There are a couple of things here. Like, how many trades do you take per day? Alright, like you trade a lower time frame, yeah? I think you already said, but so how many trades do you do? 3 to 5 trades. Okay. What do you think bringing that amount down to maximum 2 trades? Do you think that would benefit you or not? Just focusing more on the higher quality ones. Or maybe your setup is always the same and you don't have higher quality ones versus lower quality ones. But yeah, I'd love to hear your perspective. I do like this. Like, I think this will go down, but it's not a trade I really want to take on the funded account. Or do I? Do I? Yeah. Yeah, I was saying two because the switch from 3 to 5 to just one trade is maybe a little bit big, but I agree. I think if you go for one trade or maximum two, if you really like see a really good opportunity, um, I think it would benefit you because going for so many trades, like I don't think you're like psychologically still very, you know, fresh on your fourth to fifth trade, if that makes sense, especially if it's been a bad day. Um, a way to also go about it is to maximize loss amount. So going for maximum one loss trade per day. So if you would win your first trade, you could go for a second one if there's a really good opportunity. But if you lose it, then okay, you're break even for the day, or I don't know what your RR is. Maybe you're up. But maybe that's a way to, you know, go about it. But definitely, like, you know, it's basically the psychological aspect is basically, I think you need to sort of set rules or put yourself in positions where you have less triggers, which would potentially go put you in a little bit of a spiral, you know? Problem is if I go on the higher time frame, like the 1 hour, my setup only forms like once a week. Yeah, okay, and because you get 3 to 5 trades a day now. If you go one time frame up, so I don't know if you're like trading the 5 minute, if you go to the 15 minutes, that should amount to like 1 to 2 trades a day, right? But I don't know what time frame you trade. If you trade a 1 minute, then even going to the 5 minutes, it it should theoretically almost get you one trade a day, probably. Okay, yeah, I want to enter this. But I don't know with, like, I need to do the calculation, Euro, UA, AUD. But the 50-minute does close now like this. Let me prepare it. How did it close? All right, we're in the first trade. Let's see how it goes. I have no clue like how much I'm risking. I didn't do the calculations, but okay. That's fine. All right. I want to enter on other accounts as well. Do I? It's not the cleanest trade, but it should be net positive, net profitable. Just a little bit choppy price action the past few days, but yeah. Yes, if I go on the 5 minutes, then there are like 2 to 3 setups a day, but these form on random hours. Okay. One sec. I'll see if I can enter this on another account. I don't want to. Okay, I'll enter on. It's giving me a better entry though, so. I'll enter on my 100k account. It's not too much risk. 55 lots. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, need to switch time. Sorry, just doing 2 things at the same time. It's crazy that there's such a big spread on this Euro AUD. Like on ftmo. What is it, like 82 or something? Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm risking amounts where I'm completely fine with. That's good. Okay. Yeah, these 5 minutes won't work for you time-wise, basically. Okay, this is pretty big candle. And I'm technically still counter trend on the 15 minutes, which isn't good. All right. So far, not so good. I haven't really traded this pair, to be honest, for a long time. It's all the way down here on my list. I pretty much only trade like a handful of pairs, but for some reason I just liked I like this candle to potentially get filled. It's a huge rejection candle, of course, but I've just seen that get filled so often. But yeah, it's definitely a trade where I'll tighten stop loss a little bit faster than normal. But yeah, Byron, let me know if it's like the setups time-wise just don't work for you on the 5 minutes. Um, yeah, that's a little bit difficult. I think the 5 minutes is, and even like the 1 minute even more. I think it's just so high intensity. You have to be like behind the chart like all the time. You have to be very like on top of it. You know, if you trade like the 15 minutes, for instance, it's already like a lot more forgiven. You like, and you don't have like that stress where you feel like, oh, I'm gonna be entering late if I'm like not there like right away and stuff. You know. Um, I just and also like all the prop firm data also really tells you that like the bigger time frame traders are more often profitable than the lower ones. The ones that take more trades on average are most of the time less profitable than the ones that take less trades. And also, so for instance, the swing traders are also overall more profitable net average than the scalpers, for instance. So yeah, I would that's just yeah, just something to be aware of. It's pretty difficult to, especially as sort of if you consider yourself a little bit of a beginner, I think you will learn a lot price action wise from trading the lower time frame, and you will learn a lot psychologically wise because you really get slammed by the markets fast and often, and things happen very fast, so a lot of emotions come into play and stuff. So I think it's like in that way it's kind of good where you throw yourself like really into the deep end straight away. But if you struggle with the psychological aspect of trading, I would maybe suggest try trading like the bigger time frames, and I'm talking the 1 hour, the 4 hour, etc. And then it is a different strategy, whatever, than yours. You could go for the 15 minute. If you go for the 15-minute strategy on usdjpy, the video that I have, right? I think it will be already like a lot more chill for you. Um, and yeah, it's a profitable strategy, so you can just try that out, right? It's like a little bit of a middle ground because it's not too high time frame and it's not too low time frame. It's like a little bit. I really like the 15 minutes, so maybe that's like a good step. But of course, you have to do whatever works for you. But just yeah, that's something that I would personally um, do. You know, it's a lot. I mean, trading is so you can make it so stressful, but by you can also make it kind of chill, which will give you better execution and stuff, you know? I tried backtesting your strat on usdjpy, but I couldn't spot good dojis. Okay. Um, we can go through it if you want. This trade, bro. I don't think I'll be trading um, non-USD pairs anymore. The spread's just a lot. I was instantly like down a lot because of the spread. And this just seems messy in hindsight. But yeah, I'm not, one thing that I, for instance, do, mm, it sort of covers my mental, because I made the agreement with myself, is whenever I'm in a trade, I'll like only lower my stop loss to whatever break even whenever I'm consciously like making that decision, it's the right decision. But whenever I'm in drawdown, I'm not tightening stop loss or whatever. At first I agreed on a risk amount that I'm okay with. I risk that amount. I'm fully prepared to lose it. You know, it's part of trading. But I'm not gonna tighten my stop loss, because then you put yourself at risk of potentially getting stopped out barely, and then going to TP, where you, if you would have just held your, yeah, like you wouldn't have lost money, but you've also gained money, which would put you at like a very dangerous state mentally wise, where you can really, you know, get hit quite hard. Whereas if I get stopped out with my original stop loss, or if I lose a trade, I'm okay, you know. I don't really mind. It's fine. It's just a trade. It's part of it, you know. Winning or losing is fine. This is just a little bit of a random trade I took. A little bit bigger stop loss better though, but I already set it, so it's fine. I'm not gonna hide it, you know. No, for the prop firm challenges lately, I've just been trading my own thing, where I just trade areas for interest, and also this sort of stuff where I just look at the chart and I'm like, okay, there's a higher chance of it going down than up. And overall, it's net positive, but clearly this trade is looking like it will be a loser, which is fine. But yeah, a little bit intuition based, you know. Okay, we're taking an L, which is fine. 0.7%. I think I'm also out on the other account. No, I'm not gonna check. Surely I'm out that account. But no, I haven't really traded the 1RR much myself, to be honest. I was just really been trying to get back into the groove of with my own sort of system, you know, the stuff that I like the area of interest and dojis. So we can go over a little bit of the doji strat, right? Where, what's this? Let me just remove this. I'll just go in a little bit of replay, nothing too much, whatever. This choppy price action, I don't really like it. However, there is one good example. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on here. One sec, let me put away my tea. Okay. So basically the biggest part of what you need to do is be aware of sort of the trend where we're at, like what the basically the biases. You need to be aware of the structure, if we're bullish or bearish basically. And here, because there's a gap, like it's a little bit weird, but let's for simplicity's sake call this the higher low and this the higher high, yeah? Or let's see, maybe, okay, let's call this, sorry. Let's call this the higher low and this the higher high. This is a higher high, yeah? Then it did break. So it became bearish, making this a lower low. This still the higher high, because I don't think this is very clean on the line chart. Might be, but I don't think it's very clean. So then in here, like in this whole space, we would be looking for shorts, because we're bearish, lower high, lower low. And then until it breaks, so here it breaks, you know, and then we have like the new lower high, or this one. You can also set this one. So we're still looking for shorts here, right? Based on your experience, how many candles confirm a higher low structure? How many candles confirm? I think that's pretty random, right? Like sometimes a trend just goes like a very low, like very straight, and sometimes it just goes very choppy, and then it creates like a lower high, higher low, like all the time. And sometimes it just takes a while. But yeah, something interesting happens here, right? So we're bearish, and then we turn bullish here. So then this becomes the higher low, higher high. So in here, we'll be looking for like good dojis, right? And like a good doji is one that has like a very small body. So this, for instance, this one isn't really clean. It's just a little bit too big of a body, you know? This one as well. But there's one really clean one. So this one. So here you would be looking for buys, and you, like the strategy has is like I don't know, 100 pips or so, like this. Yeah, the strat is like this. So this would have been a win, for instance. So um, I'll place it back just so we can look back up on it so you can understand it. So we're still looking for buys here. And now we're looking for shorts. So now you move your sort of your okay. So now we have a new lower low, lower high, and we're still looking for shorts. Okay, we have a new low. So we also have like a new lower high. Oh, doji, sorry, I want to enter here, but it's not. Second candle isn't ideal, so let's see if we would win or not. I don't think this will probably be a win with the second candle. But yeah, okay, so this would be a loss. But yeah, that's basically how you do it. You basically just follow the structure. Nice doji, like this for instance is a good doji. Like it's just very small body, you know? This has to be like a very small body. Just a little bit on the big side, and you'll just get used to it. I have like this indicator which tells me, but sometimes it's too big to my liking, so I don't use it. But I think, for instance, this would be net positive to take as a buy because we're looking for buys here, with this being the higher low and this the higher high, but it's not a clean doji. This one is a clean doji, but the thing you have to understand with dojis is that, in my opinion, it's sort of rejection of the previous candle or like the previous move. So this one, of course, was a very bearish rejection move, right? So then if this was a doji, then that would be a rejection of the bearish move, in my opinion, which would signal sort of a potential move up. But then this doji is sort of like a rejection of this doji, in my opinion. But I haven't done the testing in a way where I can 100% confirm it, but I dislike this one more than if it was here, you know? If it was the first one, then I would like it. But yeah, it would be a win. For instance, this is a doji, but you wouldn't take a short on this one. If that makes sense. You wouldn't take a long on this one because it's sort of rejection of this move, you know? Like the doji is a rejection candle. So if you're in an uptrend, you want the doji to be created here, like where I'm at now. This is where you want the doji, so it goes up, you know? You don't want the doji to be um, like in an uptrend. You don't want it to be like near a high, you know? Or whenever it's sort of already going up. That makes sense. But yeah, this one would have been a positive, would have been a win. Let's see what's going on in the live markets for a sec. Gold's going well, nice. Yeah, you're welcome. I hope it explains a little bit. Just being aware that the doji is sort of a rejection of the previous move is big. Like for instance, this one is not a clean doji, but we are in a downtrend. Creates a little bit of a, you know, it goes a little bit up, trying like a little retracement, and then you have a doji-ish candlestick. So this one would be good, you know? It's not a perfect doji, so I don't know if I would take it, but if this was a perfect doji, it's like it's nice. This is what you want. You want a doji basically where you expect the higher low to be or the lower high to be, you know? Where it makes sense. Um let's get rid of this. So far I don't really like the price action of today. This candle's just weird to me. Can go either way. That's the problem with these candles. Like oftentimes the wick gets filled, or it can act as like the rejection candle it is, and it will actually go up. And often it would fail. So it's like really a 50-50 in my book, you know? Um, I think on average maximum two, but um, I think it's probably more on the one side. Whenever I do a stream or whatever, I take a little bit more trades, you know, because I want to be, you know, do something. Um, I don't know, like I don't like 100k challenges because they have like, or I do like 100k challenge. I don't like one-step challenges because they have like really weird rules most of the time. Um, like, you know, consistency rules or trailing drawdown, that sort of stuff. And yeah, I'm not a huge fan. So I don't know what specific rules ftmo has. But I imagine the rules are worse than the two-step. So I prefer the two-step, to be honest. Basically, if they make it too easy for you to get funded, there's probably a reason for it, you know? If it looks too easy. Like I think the prop firms make money from like losing traders, right? On average, they do make money of like the bigger traders that you know are profitable like all the time, consistently. But I think they do lose money on like the traders that just get payouts sometimes, and you know, like I've basically been an expense of Equity Edge, for instance. Like I've cost them more money than I've made them, you know? So if everyone was like me on Equity Edge, they would be financially bankrupt, you know? Um, so they clearly also want you to lose. And whenever you're like consistent all the time, all the time, all the time, yeah, they might approach you with like a live account and you have like a little win-win going on. But in practice, I think the win-win is only for like 1% of the traders max. Well, maybe more, but I would be surprised. I think it's like 1% probably, maybe more. But yeah, so just be aware of it. Like basically, they make money when you lose money. So if something looks too good to be true, it probably is, you know? I like this. Oh, but then I'm trading against my friend. No. I do like this daily doji as a short, and it's also already up. 2 hour doji. But yeah, the 2 hour I don't really look for too often. 4 hour doji, nice rejection. Is this a strong area? Is this a strong area? I don't want to trade against him. There's like one guy in my community, which I've spoken to for a while already, like a good guy. I did a session with him as well. And he's like in longs for NZD USD, TP all the way up here, which does make sense to be honest. Like, I mean, there's definitely a scenario where that happens. So I'll be trading against him if I'm going for this. But yeah, the monthly candle was pretty bearish. Looks like it wants to test the highs though. Mm, 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 mm. Tough one. Yeah, I think it makes sense to go for this. Is this a strong area? Not too strong. You do have something going on, but I have very good strategy that works on hourly time frame, and I can easily. Welcome, by the way, Nixon. I'll answer your question in a sec. Easily, and only issue that those setups form very rarely. It would take me 3 months to clear the 100K. Yeah. Have you tried it in different pairs and stuff? Maybe you can have like um, profit and loss statement. I thought that just totally lost the money making streak. Um, yeah, so far we've taken one trade, which didn't go well. Yeah, I think there's still like a lot of downside for potential for gold. Yeah, we took a little bit of a weird trade, to be honest. On Euro AUD. I lost 0.7%. It happens. I haven't really traded this pair for a while. Um, but I'm spiraling down in P&L. What to do? Just totally lost the money making streak. So you were making money, but right now it's like going the other way. Like since what period? And like, do you have any idea why it happened? I think personally the market conditions have been really weird the last few weeks. So I don't know when it started, but that would make sense. Uh, that it being the market conditions. I need to do like a lot size calculator to see how much I need to risk here. Mainly because of position sizing. One sec, let me just set everything up here. Risk management is so weird. But you did make money and now you're losing money. So what do you think changed? You know, like you've been struggling with the risk management as of lately or as of late? What do you think? Like what are you doing differently? You feel like position sizing. So you're over risking basically, or okay. And are you doing challenges or are you doing like live funds or mm, it's also not too clean to be honest. Yeah, daily dojis are pretty strong. You have one here, you have one here, you have one here. Okay, so you're trading live funds. Um, you think you're over risking because you're trying to compensate to previous losses, or like what's the reason? Mm, that's amazing. Yeah, I feel yeah. I think that's something that a lot of people have. Um, it's just like I'm basically, have like a boring answer. Like trading really is sort of like a marathon in a way, whereas it's not really a sprint, you know? You can go for that one big trade with like a lot of risk, but it's not too consistent, you know? Like if you probably already know the answer that if you go for like probably a little less risk here and there, maybe a little bit bigger stop losses, etc., you would probably have better results at the end of, um, at the end of the trading period, you know? Yeah, I know. Like, it's not an ideal market situation, especially with all the new stuff going on, like tight stop losses and over risking. I think it's getting punished like way harder in these conditions because there's like one tweet or whatever and the market just goes like this, you know, and you're like stopped out either way, you know. Yo, what's up, Dits? Oh, no worries, bro. Nice for you to join in. I was in a trade, lost that one, didn't risk too much, so it's fine. But I don't know, bro. I already said like I'm a little bit ill today, so I have like tea and I have like a smoothie and I have like uh basically that like it's nothing serious or anything, just the flu, you know. But I don't feel 100% basically. Um, and so far mentally, like you know, I don't know. I don't think cognitively I'm up there yet either right now. Um, so yeah, I took a weird trade. I'll show you in a sec. But I'm. What do you think, bro? Let me know. There's like a daily doji on NZD USD. It's already past the highs, but I sort of still like it for it to go down, you know. So I'm like, should I enter? Yes or no? I wouldn't risk too much on it, but hmm, like, are we bearish though? Like, would this like how does it look on the line chart here? I think we're bearish, so that's good. But yeah, Nixon, I think you should consider like going indeed for the prop firm route. I think that would take like some stress away from your trading, and you can just like I would also advise to always whenever people are feeling like oh I'm you know I'm losing, but it's not necessarily my execute like my the IDs I have basically like then probably like a little bit bigger stop loss would probably already net like a lot bigger results. I think for what I've been thinking about is basically like the term of rule where basically your stop loss that you want to place and just make it like half the size bigger or something. Just give it a little bit more room, you know. Maybe your stop loss placement isn't the issue. It's of course very dependent on the person, but if you feel like you're getting stopped out often and then it's going in your direction, that might be something good. Burak, are you are in that trade? Not yet, but I'm debating on it. Um, it's not the cleanest, I'm aware, but I think the market has been a little bit weird from what I see today. Um, but yeah, I do kind of wanna go inside the trade, you know. Um, yeah, I hope that helps, Nixon. Like, obviously, I need to be a little bit more well informed to specifically help you, you know, to be able to give you some advice. But I hope I can already like give you some valuable advice, which helps you a little bit. Um, yeah, welcome, Burak, as well, and thank you for like participating and stuff, Nixon. It's nice. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna enter the trades. I'm not gonna risk too much. NZD USD 0.5 lots, just small. Risking 1%. Um, so yeah, we're in. I think it's like 200 points or something. Yeah. And then TP would be around 800, but to check on the TP. So we're risking 100 for 400. Okay, so that's good. We're in this trade. I'll also join in on the other one. By the way, this is not financial advice, of course. I wouldn't follow anything I'm doing. This is a little bit of a weird setup. It's not really rule-based or anything. There's no real data behind it. It's just me being me and just having sort of the feeling that we could have a potential drop today. But yeah, market conditions are weird. So I'm at this stage worse at sort of, or in these conditions, worse at predicting the markets myself as well. So yeah, just nothing is financial advice here. It's just, you know, it's educational purpose only and some entertainment maybe. That's basically it, you know. Let's see. So I'll enter to here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, likewise, bro. I think you and Leo really have been really valuable for me, but also for the community, you know. And yeah, I think he has some good ideas about the strategy. Him passing basically, you know, 5 challenges in a row in a backtest. That's basically says enough, you know. So I think it will probably, I think we'll probably be the students tomorrow, and I'm happy to take that students, you know, that student approach tomorrow. Um, and just see what he came up with. He's very like he has like a little bit of a different style than me, you know, where he uses different terminology. He's talking a lot about liquidity getting grabbed and that sort of stuff. And yeah, I'm sure there's like value in it and truth in it. It's just a lot of different namings for similar things, you know. But I'm curious about, yeah, I'm very curious myself as well. I think I like what I already said, right? Like the 50% strategy just isn't there just yet for me, where I feel confident enough to trade it consistently, um, or how to say it, where it's like sort of exceeds my my regular trading in a way, you know. And I think if he's passing 5 challenges in a row, yeah, I do think that he probably has something that is definitely worth checking out and will probably enhance the strategy. So then I'm also interested in it more, you know, and I will probably trade it on my accounts as well, because I do what I already said to you, right? I think is where I want sort of that strategy or any strategy, like a simple strategy, whatever, to be sort of my side job in a way where I just execute that strategy and just know, okay, every month, you know, you have this money coming in, just, you know, and then I can focus on sort of the more, not necessarily exciting, but, you know, the more diverse trading, where I can just have a little bit more fun with it and, you know, just do live streams and stuff. But yeah, I do realize just having like a consistent strategy is basically what everyone is looking for. So, I mean, but I, I'm just weird where I never wanted money to be simple, if that makes sense. I never wanted simple money. I just want, I like the struggle and stuff. So I will always be looking for sort of, just um the puzzles in the market or something, Yeah, it's so simple, it's almost boring. Exactly. And yeah, but it does work. Yeah. But I hope I hope he like his strategy, like his adjustments make it a little bit more difficult because I do like difficulty in a way, um, and add some confluences to it. And yeah, it will definitely add confluence to it. But yeah, that's basically what I hope. I hope I want it to become like the thing that I trade on the side, which for instance us three and maybe some others trade on the side, probably your brother as well, and we just um, tell each other whenever we see a setup, and just, make money together, basically, and just be income free, like money free dependent, uh, that's basically, I know it sounds kind of too good to be true or whatever, but I think it's fairly, I don't want to come across too cocky or whatever, but I don't think it's necessarily needs to be super difficult to make like that sort of money with trading where you can just, consistently make the money if you have like a strategy that's easily executable, like has the data behind it. And I think the 50% strat is close to being there, but I'm just missing the little confluence, and I think he can probably add those. I think he's probably found those. That's better wording. And then we can just like, what we can probably do is set up like private group in the Discord or something where we will just tell each other whenever we see entries and stuff, maybe. I don't know. We could do something like that. I think it will also help to at least know when you're, yeah, for sure. I agree. It sort of misses that now. It misses like what's a good one, what's a bad one. Um, well, it's definitely possible to identify those with this strategy. By the way, like I'll probably won't make the stream a long one. Like I'm noticing there's a lot less activity, which is fine. Uh, it's fine, but yeah, it does give me a little bit more room to just chill. And because I have like a meeting with my with the mentor from school where I do my thesis with, and I have like a meeting in like 2 hours. So I'll probably do like half an hour more, see if like it gets a little bit more active, whatever. And if not, I'll just call it a day for today, and then focus a little bit on chilling and preparing for that meeting. I hope I'm not getting hammered during the meeting. So far, like I did make the video, the 200 like the 200 subscriber one, and it's been going very slow. Like been a while, like a while back, I also made a video about like where I want to do some free coaching and stuff, and there was like only one person that applied. Like I don't really understand. Like of course I'm not like the best, the best coach or mentor or whatever or the best trader, but I mean, I would sort of, I think I would grab this opportunity in a way, if I was unprofitable and struggling. Maybe people don't like to, or maybe there are like a lot of egos in trading, which I understand because I also like have an ego a little bit. Um, And maybe people don't like to put public that they're like struggling. I don't know. Just maybe I'm thinking too much on it. But a new person in the Discord. Hopefully not a scammer this time. Uh-oh. 30 minutes rejection. Yeah, probably not the best trades today. I'm just gonna stick to it and see what happens, you know? I kind of want to do like the usdjpy, like, kind of want to trade that sometimes. This looked good for a short. All right, 1 sec. I'm going to the toilet. All right, I'm back. Yeah, that's the struggle with like only doing this on one pair, you know? If UJ is moving sideways, like there's nothing really anything you can do. I really wait, didn't I? I was looking for this entry potentially, but I didn't go for it. I went for Euro AUD, which had like a similar candle. Yeah, this one's probably cleaner even. Shit, I went for the wrong one. I went for the wrong one. No, that sucks. This could have been a pretty clean setup. With like the dojis here forming. This left doji is really good. Then stop loss around here. TP can be all the way on the bottom of the candle. Yeah, this would have been like a clean sort of setup. But yeah, unlucky, 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 unlucky. But have there been opportunities like on other pairs or not? Euro USD, if you count this one. So far going good. GBP USD, also one opportunity. AUD USD, not. NZD USD, oh, it's against my trade, but yeah, opportunity. Why am I in a short here again? It's just because of the daily doji, basically. I'm just, you know, I'm a lover for dojis. I'm a sucker for dojis, I should say. But yeah, it was already quite far into it, but all we need right now, all we need for this trade to be beautiful is for this one to become a doji or the next one. But ideally this one, then we have the next one going down. Yeah, probably, bro. Twisted doji. Like I was thinking, I just want to be known for like being the doji master, you know? The doji master. I don't know, at some point, you know? At some point in the future, maybe someone calls me like that, you know? That would be great. You know what's amazing? Cold oatmeal with nothing in it. It's great. Highly recommend it. It's like eating fucking dog food or something. No, puke, actually. Okay, so we have a small little rejection on the 5 minutes. Yeah, might as well eat baby food. True. It's probably more flavor. Well, 100% more flavor in it. Probably better. What am I thinking eating oatmeal when I have delicious baby food? I want this trade to basically validate that I'm not crazy. Um, because this trade, like, this is one of those trades where I can't really explain it too much. Well, I can, what I'm sort of seeing, but it's more of like a gut thing. But explaining why my gut probably went up is you have like strong move towards the area. You have like one bullish candle that fails to close above. You have an engulfing bearish one. Another candle trying to close above, failing, closing bearish. Then you have like the massive gap, which has been weird. Bullish. Doji, which has been like nice rejection. And then this candle did test or go above the doji, which I didn't expect. But I think there's just a lot of room for it to go down. Potentially even, you know, lower. But that would mean it's like the end of this massive move. For me, this doesn't make sense. If you see this, it's too, you know, too straight. Same like this doesn't make sense. Um, yeah, you do see sort of the lows of it getting tested again, you know? Like it's never going up, like only going up. At some point it will sort of test these lows or break them, you know, getting like the stop losses, whatever. And I'm feeling that's the same thing right with this move, where I feel like, okay, right now it sort of needs to test these lows again, you know? And at least test them before potentially going up, but not going up instantly, you know? It's like weird. This is my feeling. Yay. Validate that I'm not crazy, please. But yeah, how have you been, Pete? I think, like, was it a win yesterday? Maybe it was, right? Didn't you take a win yesterday? I don't want to rub salt in the wound if it was a loss, but... Oh no, you had it at 1.2 maybe. Yeah, you got a win, right? Nice. Which one was it? The 4 hours... Am I going crazy? Wait, am I... Oh, I'm in... Fuck's sake, get out of replay. I went into replay to show the strategy because someone had questions. Um, Wait, we are live now. No? No. Stop it. Leave. Okay. Thank you. So it's this candle. Yeah, nice. Like, bro, if you want to do some testing again, if you're like feeling itchy to test, test these sort of candles, bro. I swear to God, these gets filled so often. But it's hard to sort of recognize them, but they do get filled very often. As soon as you sort of see them, it's like the same with dojis. These wicks get filled so many times. It's like whenever they're sort of whenever you sort of expect it to go down, then that wick gets created and it sort of rejects it, and then the next candle fills it. It's just something that happens very often. But yeah, it's it's like one of those candlesticks which I find like worthy of testing, but I've never done it. So if you ever have like a itchy testing finger, let me know. Then that's interesting. But I do want to test dojis more. And I haven't spent enough time with FX replay, but I just had I told um, Leo as well. Like I have like a little business in Spain, and we just had our first sale finally. We sell like beauty equipment and stuff, and so there was like a lot of work to be done for it, like making like a contract and all that sort of stuff. Um, and like my one of my co-workers is now like designing like the flyers and stuff, adjusting it to their logos and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it was a lot of work to it, so I haven't really traded um, a lot or tested a lot the last few days. And also with like the thesis going on, I will be very happy whenever the thesis is done. It's almost like I'm nearing the end, I think. But it really depends on the meeting in 1.5 hours. If he's saying like, "What the fuck have you been doing?" then it will take a lot longer. But if he's like, "Oh, yeah, it's nice," blah blah, some little feedback, some dotting the i's here and there, I would be really happy. And then, um, yeah, it's finally the end of the horrific study situation. Um, because we already did it in Holland um, before, and we sold like 100 machines in Holland. Um, so this is nice. So and sold that company. That's been like quite a few years ago now. And then we got the opportunity to do Spain. My mother has a house there. Like we have like a little family home in Spain. Um, my mother spends a lot more time in Spain, like as of the last few years. And yeah, we got the opportunity to become the distributor, in Spain as well. So yeah, figured let's give it a go. We can at least try. And um, but yeah, we're potentially like we have like a mouth-to-mouth agreement of a sale that's like for a franchise, like the boss of a franchise. So if it ends up going through, he will get like multiple machines potentially like in the future, which is like a great sale to have. It's not something I really enjoy doing though, to be honest, but yeah, it's there's a lot of money to be made, so yeah, why not, right? I do want to start like a beauty center there. I think that's more fun, like building like starting some beauty centers in Spain. Just I have nothing really with beauty, but it's just like a lot of money to be made. Like for some reason, like even I don't know if it's in England as well, but even in Holland here in Amsterdam, you have like people that live like with very low income and stuff, and they still go and do their nails and still do their facials and still do that sort of stuff. Well, they have like, they have to be super selective in the supermarkets, and they still spend money on that sort of stuff. It's just financially just an interesting um, niche to be in, you know? How's the Counter Strike grind going? Have you hit what's it called? Like they have weird names for ranks. Like what? um, I can't come up with it, but they have like I remember a friend of mine like he had like a rank that's like 3 words long or something. Maybe I'm tripping, but I think they're called evergreen niches, whereas they're always popular. Yeah, probably. I studied economics, but bro, I have no clue about the terminology anymore. Oh, they changed the ranking system now. Am I allowed to sort of show YouTube videos and stuff on here? I have no clue. I think so, right? Like if I show the YouTube video as well, like show sort of the creator and stuff. I think that should be fine, right? So I'm like 3K elo, a decent player is 15. All right, so you're fairly decent. or, or in other words, kind of shit, or not. No, I'm joking. I would probably be similar rating or lower. Yeah, you should play League with me. Will be fun. Could do some trading and gaming sessions. I wish I liked CS:GO, but I don't know. It's just too tactical for me. Siege for me as well. Same thing. Just so tactical. They're good games. Like a lot of people like them. It's just not really my cup of tea. It's like with Counter Strike and with CS:GO. Or Counter Strike and CS:GO. No, with Counter Strike and what's it called? The Siege. Like I think wall hiding or sort of I think it's very mm, how do you say it? Not punished, like, but the opposite of punished, like awarded, rewarded in a way, where you just, if you have like certain angles locked down and you basically wait for someone to pop in and then you headshot them. That's not really the gameplay I really like. I know there's more to it. You can throw smokes and all this sort of stuff, but I don't know, just that being really solid and me also start like whenever I start playing, I'm getting annoyed because rushing doesn't work. I start also doing it and I'm like, yeah, I'm not having fun, basically. I will have to try not to rage, especially losing a trade at the same time as playing. Yeah, bro. You know what the weird thing is? Whenever I'm sort of gaming as well with trading, Yeah, I'm a rusher for sure. I did play competitively, right? Like Call of Duty and stuff, and I always was like the SMG slayer, like basically the crazy guy running around with a machine gun killing people. That was basically my role. But like I think it's like good. I think it's good mental training, right? Like gaming and also the also doing trading like at the same time. It's like the ultimate mental training. I think there's a weird thing going on though. Whenever you start gaming next to trading and stuff, um, the gaming gives so much dopamine and really hooks you in a lot more necessary. Like at least to me, more than trading, where it happens that I find my game more important than the trade at some point. Like I just notice, like I'm caring, I'm looking at the game and I really want to win and stuff, and then I look at my chart and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm also in this trade. Well, it should be vice versa, where the trade matters a lot more, of course, than you know, than the game. But yeah, it's sort of in my brain, it shifts. Excuse me for like making the sounds all the time. Like my throat is sort of stuck. Yeah, true. Like for this trade, for instance, like it's just this will like for it to hit my TP, bro. It will be Friday. Thursday would be fast. Like this trade, for instance, is like a slow burner. If it hits, then it hits Friday, Thursday maximum, like on the soonest. Um, but stop loss can be hit today. Can be hit like in the next 2 hours for sure. I, do, I don't like this. Why there's a doji forming on the 1 hour? I don't like it. Yeah, that's true. And said the USD. But as long as Trump creates like good news for the dollar, then my trade's good. But yeah, you can never tell what he will do. We really chose a nice period to be trading, huh? Don't do this to me, please. Might have to sort of exit this trade and just. There was like 12 medium and high impact news yesterday. Yeah, that's crazy. Me and everyone in the chat started around when Trump first elected, the first possible timing. Yeah, that's not ideal. When was he first elected? What was that year? Okay, I got some vitamins in me. That's nice. I think start of 2000. Ah, yeah. Hmm. I started like 1 year prior, probably. think I started early 2024. I did some NFT trading before that. But that's not really candlestick trading. The NFT trading? Um, yeah, it went pretty well, I would say. Um, I also lost some money, but overall, I've lost earnings basically. Um, I should have taken the money out though, because I did lose like all my sort of Solana that I had just decreased in value over time. Um, or like no, I should say I've held too many NFTs that sort of decreased in value over time. Um, but when I was sort of flipping, I was basically like flipping the NFTs, like trading them. That was going really well. Like I was getting consistent income out of it. I lived off it for like a year or so, I think. I just found like a niche again, like the gaming niche, which I'm good at, coming from my competitive background. I just found like a game that's worked really that I became fairly decent with. So that gave you sort of passive income, but also by understanding the game and by understanding which characters were good, I was sort of able to snipe them whenever they were like underappreciated in the marketplace, and I would sell them for more and getting like consistent money from it. Sometimes I would sell one or buy one for I can't remember the exact amounts, but let's say I bought one for $100 or something, and then I could sell them within like 5 to 10 minutes for like 200 or whatever, like, or in a few days for like 300 or whatever, or 400, like I would snipe them basically whenever they came to market. I would refresh certain things. So whenever someone didn't really know what they had in their hands, basically, I would snipe it and then I would sell it for like the real value, and sometimes took a little bit longer, sometimes it didn't. And I had like one very small niche that I was doing where they had like IDs, basically the characters, where they had like a number associated to them. So you had like, it was XC Infinity, by the way. So you have like XC 1000 or something, or XC 534. But you also had like XC 100K and blah, blah, blah. So, but the first 1K axes, I realized fairly soon that they would be, valuable for like collectors, So, but some people didn't realize that they would be, that they have like a bigger value because of their number, basically. And so they would put them up for market value as if they didn't have that number, and I would just snipe them. And then I had that quite often where I just checked that basically, and then in the morning, for instance, or whatever, and then I would find one, and then I just instantly knew, okay, I've made a few $100 or euros or whatever just that day, just by doing that simple, that simple thing. I just made a few $100, and then I just yeah, and did the other flipping and the gains from the game itself and stuff. And yeah, I just yeah, I made some money from it. It was nice. I also made that trading kind of easy, I tried to. I did crypto a few years ago and lost 1700. Yeah, crypto can be quite harsh, Can go quite fast. And yeah, I did trade crypto for a little bit, but I don't. It wasn't actively day trading or something. It was just me buying certain things that were like that I heard were good and whatever, But it did give me a lot of stress, I remember. Like way more than day trading, because with day trading you jump in and out whenever you like, I have like a predetermined risk for every trade, and I just know, okay, I'm risking this, and it's fine. Like losing it is fine. I know the risk I'm taking. I'm willing to take it. It's worth the potential rewards. Yeah, I'm fine. Not really stressing. Why did it go so fast? I don't think this is a good trading day, is it? Maybe because of the news yesterday or something. Today's a little bit slow. I don't know. So, yeah, it's going sideways. Probably like the lower time frame stuff might be, well, nothing probably looks very clean right now, but maybe like the 5 minute has some movements, you know, you can sort of capture, but yeah, do you really want to do it? Yeah, maybe New York session will pick up. Indeed. There are some gains to be made with like the dojis in the 5 minutes. If you look at this, right? Like this doji, you would have probably, well, if you took it the way I take it, then you wouldn't really take this trade because you know it's rejecting the previous candle. If it was the first candle, the doji, then yes, you would have taken a long and you would have lost. But basically this candle, for instance, you would have taken stop loss under whatever, two risk to reward or something. What did I do? I moved my whatever. Um, oh, it would net you 3 RR, but then you have like this one. Like it's not an ideal doji, but it's doji-ish, you know. This would also be 2 RR, and then you have another doji here. Take this one. You probably take it till that doji. 2.5 RR or 2 if you be in like a little bit. Then you have this doji, you would have lost on it. Then you have this doji, you would win on it. Yeah, it's super small movements. 25. What the fuck? It's like so small. It's like 4 pips. Like the moves are just minimal, but still the market like it makes sense. But yeah, with spreads and stuff in Forex, I don't know if it's like really worth taking the trades. But yeah, I think yeah, for sure. I think pretty much just taking dojis at all times and just have a sort of an understanding of dojis is more than enough to be profitable. No matter really the time frame or whatever. So annoying. It's stuck. Okay, shoot down. Come on, you can do it. This is your moment. Your time is now. 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 Alright. I think I'm slowly going crazy. I might just call it a day for the stream. I like talking to you, but it's I can chill a little bit before the meeting with the teacher and just let this trade do its thing. We'll see. I'm not like I don't have the highest confidence in it, but look at the daily time frame. I'm still like, okay, it could be nice. It could be nice. This candle just makes like it does make sense for it to become like a bearish one. Like a nice little wick with the body closing here, and then tomorrow potentially going lower. But yeah, we do have the daily EMA, but it's already been tested once, so I think that sort of neglects it, like makes it less strong for the second time. I think this candlestick, the NZD USD, it should close. It should engulf the previous doji. It should, theoretically, it should engulf it. But yeah, maybe I'm crazy. And then tomorrow it should go through here or something, and then Friday will hopefully like potentially test this and close a little bit more above. That would make sense to me, but that would it would look clean if it just goes down from here. Test this on the weekly, fail or trying to close under here. That would make sense, but what potentially also makes sense is it just to break through and, you know, test these highs. But we're in sort of a downtrend, so it should theoretically create like a lower high and then test the lows. But yeah, we'll see. Very zoomed in now. All right. Well, thank you for everyone tuning in again. You as well did. And yeah, tomorrow 11 my time, right? That we'll stay in touch. And yeah, I'm also interested. I want to say I'm gonna bring the popcorn a little bit, but I probably won't. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm curious to see his findings. Yeah. I also like it. I'm gonna be like on the external location again, so like I will let him do like the testing and stuff, which is just great. He's really good with. He's done like a lot of hours on FX replay. You can tell. So it's just nice. I'll just we can just sit back and just consume knowledge, you know. So if it makes sense. No, but I'm curious. Maybe we have some insights, and maybe we can come to good conclusions together. You know. Yeah, bro. He's working hard for us. No, but he's chilling in Thailand, so I don't think he has the worst time of his life. But yeah, it's nice. He's been working at it, so I'm curious to see his findings. I like that he like started to implement the 50% strategy, because I figured he would just do his own thing, to be honest, because he already had sort of his own strategy and stuff that he was working on. But I like that he sort of made the 50% his own and made adjustments and stuff and added confluence he likes. So yeah, I'm curious. Yeah, thank you again for being here and stuff. And then I'll chat to you tomorrow, bro. And other viewers, thank you. See you next time. All right. See you later.